Google's big changes. What they mean for websites, SEO, and small business owners. Google is once again reshaping the digital world. And if you run a website, depend on online traffic, or own a small business, these changes could directly impact your future success. From powerful AI integrations to new search algorithms and evolving privacy policies, the way people find businesses online is entering a whole new era. Let's break down the most important changes happening at Google and what it really means for your website, your marketing, and your bottom line. Major Google changes underway. Google is aggressively updating its search algorithm, placing a much heavier emphasis on promoting high-quality, helpful, human-first content. In the past, a website could climb search rankings simply by repeating keywords and producing lots of content, even if that content wasn't particularly useful. Now, Google is deranking shallow, spammy, or low-value pages, including many articles generated by AI without genuine human input. For example, a blog filled with short, repetitive posts like top 10 coffee shops in every city, written by a bot, will likely lose rankings. While a well-researched guide written by a local coffee expert explaining the culture, differences, and brewing methods of local cafes will rise to the top. The key is clear. Content must genuinely help users and demonstrate real expertise if you want it to be found. At the same time, Google is revolutionizing search with the Search Generative Experience, which uses AI to answer questions directly within search results. Instead of typing a question like how to fix a leaking faucet and getting a list of website links, users might now immediately see a complete AI-generated guide at the top of the page, without needing to click on any site. While convenient for users, this shift means that websites may receive fewer clicks, even if they technically rank well. For example, a plumbing company that wrote a great article on faucet repairs might find that users read Google's AI summary instead of visiting their detailed blog post. This change emphasizes the need for businesses to create content that either earns citations within the AI answers or offers value users still seek by clicking through. Across Google products like Gmail and Workspace, AI is also reshaping personalization and user experience. Gmail is beginning to analyze inbox activity more deeply, suggesting actions and surfacing important emails based on how users typically engage with their mail. Meanwhile, in Google Workspace, AI tools are offering smarter writing assistance, scheduling predictions, and file organization. However, these advances come with heightened concerns about data privacy. Governments and watchdog groups are pressuring Google to limit how much user behavior is tracked, especially when it relates to advertising. For businesses, this means that targeted ads and personalized marketing may change. For example, if a business once relied on knowing exactly which emails a user opened to retarget them with ads, future privacy restrictions could limit that kind of granular tracking. Other Google services are evolving rapidly as well. Google Pay is being simplified to make mobile transactions quicker and more secure, moving away from bloated, confusing app features. Google Assistant is being updated to better integrate with AI technologies like Gemini, aiming for a smoother, more conversational experience rather than relying heavily on scripted prompts. Additionally, Google's Privacy Sandbox project is experimenting with ways to deliver relevant advertising without using invasive third-party cookies. For instance, rather than tracking individual users' browsing history across the web, Google may place users into broader interest categories without ever revealing personal details to advertisers. These changes reflect a growing demand for greater transparency and protection in how digital advertising works, something that small businesses especially need to monitor as they plan future marketing efforts. These shifts at Google are reshaping how websites attract visitors and how businesses must approach SEO moving forward. The most immediate impact will be seen in traffic patterns. As Google's AI delivers instant answers at the top of search results, many users may find what they need without ever clicking on a website. This creates a rise in what is called zero-click searches. For example, if someone asks best flowers for shady gardens, Google's AI might now summarize 5 plants right at the top, meaning they never click on the florist blog that originally provided the information. Businesses that once relied on a steady flow of organic website visits from search engines will need to adapt their strategies, focusing not only on attracting clicks, but on being part of Google's AI answers when possible. Content creation strategies must also evolve. Simply publishing frequent posts stuffed with keywords is no longer enough. Google's algorithm updates favor deep, experience-based, and trustworthy content. This means that businesses need to create genuinely useful material, such as in-depth tutorials, first-hand reviews, or expert guides. For example, a contractor's website that includes a full walkthrough of how they install a roof, complete with photos, timelines, and advice based on real-world experience, will be seen as more valuable than a short post with generic roofing tips copied from other websites. Content must not only answer questions, but prove real expertise to both users and Google's AI. Another major shift is the growing importance of brand recognition. As Google becomes more answer-driven and less reliant on traditional website listings, it becomes crucial for businesses to build a strong, recognizable brand that people search for directly. For example, instead of hoping to show up when someone searches best Italian restaurants, a restaurant owner would benefit much more if customers search directly for Luigi's Italian Bistro. Direct searches tied to your brand indicate trust and loyalty, which Google will increasingly prioritize in delivering search results. Building that brand awareness through local community engagement, social media, and strong customer service will be critical in the AI-driven future. Privacy regulations are also reshaping digital marketing. Google's shift away from third-party cookies through its privacy sandbox means businesses will have less access to precise tracking and targeting tools. Traditional methods like retargeting website visitors with ads are becoming harder to execute. Instead, businesses will need to rely more on first-party data, that is, information they collect directly from their customers, such as emails from newsletter signups or loyalty program participation. A local hardware store, for example, would do well to encourage visitors to join a mailing list for discounts or helpful DIY tips, ensuring they retain a direct line of communication without depending on outside tracking. Local SEO remains a stronghold for small businesses. While Google's AI may dominate broad informational searches, users still rely heavily on local listings when looking for nearby services. If someone searches plumber near me, Google will still pull results based on business profiles, location data, and customer reviews. This makes it crucial for small businesses to maintain an up-to-date, detailed Google business profile, actively request customer reviews, and ensure their name, address, and phone information is consistent across the internet. Local SEO is not going away. If anything, it's becoming even more important in a rapidly changing search landscape. As a small business owner, will you still need a website? The short and definitive answer is yes, and more than ever. Even with Google's push toward instant answers and AI-driven search, a professional website remains the foundation of your digital presence. Your website is the only online asset that you fully control, independent of changing social media algorithms, Google policies, or platform restrictions. It serves as your trusted home base, providing detailed information about your services, showcasing testimonials, hosting appointment forms, and reinforcing your brand's credibility. For example, imagine a customer hears about your landscaping company from a friend. They search your business name, expecting to find a professional site where they can see your services, browse your portfolio, and contact you easily. If they only find a Facebook page or a basic Google listing with no deeper information, they may move on to a competitor who appears more established and trustworthy through their website. First impressions matter, and a clean, informative website still signals professionalism and legitimacy to potential customers. Moreover, while AI might answer basic questions at the top of Google search, it can't replace the depth of information, storytelling, or personalized service that a strong website provides. A restaurant's website can showcase menus, reservations, specials, and event announcements in ways no AI snippet could capture fully. A contractor's website can display a detailed portfolio of past projects, customer testimonials, and certifications that build trust far beyond a simple "best contractors near me" search result. In addition, your website remains key for gathering first-party data through forms, newsletter signups, or direct inquiries, enabling you to market to your audience in a privacy-compliant way, even as third-party tracking disappears. It's also where you can leverage content marketing to still appear in search results as an authority in your industry, feeding into both AI-generated answers and traditional search listings. Your website is not a waste of money. It is a critical tool that will continue to serve as your digital storefront, reputation builder, and marketing engine, provided it is maintained with quality, user-friendly content and adapts to the new demands of AI-influenced search.